Hey guys, so this is me, Cuber, and welcome to the next episode. For today's episode, I'll be showing you this is the U case, and how I recognize U case is basically the headlights over here and then the like a bar over here. So let's go ahead and move on to the first case. So for this first case, how I recognize the U case is basically these four stickers, and how I recognize this case is this solid color, and then these two are opposite, and the bar at the back, of course. And then how the alt looks like is like this. For this alt, the alt is pretty fast, and the finger trick is pretty simple too. So how I finger trick it is like this. So the first move is R and then U prime. So I do R, U prime, and then R2, F, R2, U, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. So it is a rigor plus alt. This is how the alt looks like when you perform fast. I suck at it. So for this case, how I recognize it is basically the opposite to the last case. It's just a mirror. So I mean not a mirror, like a flip case. And so the last case we look at is these are solid block or solid color, and then these two are opposite. And then for this case, it is swap. So these are the solid color, and then this is the opposite. And how the alt looks like is like this. Rotate. So the alt is not really fast, and I don't really like the alt because we need to do a rotation to do the alt, and then the alt is not that finger trick friendly. So how I finger trick it is like this. Rotate, and then so it is pretty simple. And then this is how the alt looks like when you perform fast. So for this next case, how I recognize it is by these two solid color, and then they are opposite to each other. And then how the alt looks like is like this. The finger trick that I use for this alt is pretty simple. So this alt is pretty fast too. So this is how I finger trick it. So the first move is F prime, and then U2 use righty double flick, and then RE2 use lefty, and then RE2, and then F. This is how the alt looks like when you perform fast. So for this case, how I recognize it is basically these two are opposite, like a checkerboard pattern, and checkerboard pattern, and then this is how the case looks like, and then this is how the alt looks like. The finger trick that I use for this alt is pretty simple. So this is how I finger trick it. So the first move is sledgehammer like that, and then do the R prime F, R2, U prime, R prime. This is how the alt looks like when you perform fast. So let's go ahead and move on to the next case. So for this case, how I recognize it is these two are same. So these two stickers only the same, and then these two are opposite, and this is how the alt looks like. The alt is pretty fast, but it's not really fast. So it is a medium to the slow, and then fast is in the middle of those two. And then this is how I finger trick it. The first move is sledgehammer. Just do the normal sledgehammer for 2x2 solver, and then U, R, U prime, R prime, F, and then insert. And then this is how the alt looks like when you perform fast. So for this last case, for the U case, for the U set, and how I recognize this case is basically the opposite to the last one. It's just the mirror, and if you put the mirror over here, and then you will see it. And then this is how I recognize it. So the last case, these two are the same, but for this case, these two are same. So the alt is pretty simple, and this is how the alt looks like. So for this alt, we need to do the rotation, Y prime rotation, and this is not that fast alt. So this is how the Alg looks like, how I finger trick it. So R prime F, R2 U prime, R prime, and then rotate. I know you can do like this, but it's not that fast because the F move for 2x2 it sucks, so that is better. And then this is how the Alg looks like when you perform fast. Okay, so once again,